Why? Can Michael Bloomberg spend virtually limitless campaign cash like it's monopoly money? It's not just because he's the 12th richest man in the world. It's also because our federal election laws treat his cash differently than other campaign donations. Let me explain why Bloomberg's bucks matter more than other political dollars. It comes down to the difference between hard money and soft money in a campaign. More on that in a second. But Congress, in a good faith effort to try and limit outside influence on our policies in America, put a cap on how much any individual or business can contribute to a federal candidate. It's $5,600 per election per person. The one exception is money that comes from a candidate's own pocket. There is no limit to that kind of spending. Now, sure, the Supreme Court's Citizen United decision in 2010 opened the doors to millionaires, billionaires, and special interests bankrolling campaigns. But the $5,600 direct donation limit still exists. So all those tens and hundreds of millions of new dollars flooding the campaign system have to go instead to political action committees, PACs, or their superhero cousins, super PACs. Those committees can buy as many ads as they want. But that's soft money. It can go a long way toward pushing your message, or maybe even making people forget about a bad debate performance.
None of them accused me of doing anything other than maybe they didn't like the joke I told. And let me point.
But soft money alone isn't enough to win an election. Hard money is money directly donated to a candidate's primary account, no more than $5,600 at a time per person, unless it's the candidate's own cash. And that money can be spent on virtually anything a campaign needs, from holding events to advertising to, possibly most importantly, salaries of community organizers all across the country. That's part of the reason Bloomberg's been able to move the needle in this race. He's reportedly hired more than 2,000 people across the US. So he's not just flooding the airwaves with his message, but he's also able to compete on the ground with even the most organized campaigns, with the most organized grassroots support, or those supported by other billionaires. In fact, our country's first billionaire president, according to Forbes, couldn't keep up with Bloomberg either if he tried. The former New York mayor is reportedly worth 20 times what the former New York tycoon is worth. It made it easy for Bloomberg to dish out more than $100 million to super PACs in 2018, helping dozens of Democrats in Congress and ultimately helping them flip the House. And he says he'll do it again this year for whomever the Democratic nominee is for president going up against Donald Trump. The only difference in how that money will be spent is if Bloomberg himself is the nominee, his cash can buy a lot more than just ads.